Roman numerals are absolutely essential in chemistry. Today I'll break it down for you in exactly 2 rules. Now before we get into these 2 rules, you need to know these symbols. I equals to 1, V equals to 5, X equals to 10, L equals to 50, C equals to 100, D equals to 500, M equals to 1000. The first rule is addition. When symbols get smaller or stay the same, you add them from left to right. Let's take some examples. I, two i's equals to I plus I. We add them. Here I equals to 1, so 1 plus 1, which equals to 2. Now let's take 3 i's, which equals to I plus I plus I, which equals to 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. Now how about VI? V, it's 5 plus 1, which is the I, equals to 6. Now how about VI, which equals to 5 plus I, 1 plus another I, 1 plus another I, which is also 1, equals to 8. Now how about if we got 2 x's beside each other? X plus x, which equals to, x from here is 10, which is 10 plus 10, equals to 20. So, as long as the value on the left is bigger than or the same as the value on the right, you just keep adding them. But what happens if that rule breaks? What if the value on the left is suddenly smaller than the one on the right? Which leads us to rule number 2, subtraction. Now here is where it gets interesting, and where most people get confused. Building on what we just learned, if the rule flips and a smaller symbol appears before a larger one, meaning the left is smaller than the right, you subtract. You take the smaller value away from the larger value next to it. Let's look at the examples. First is IV, which means V minus I equals to 5 minus 1 equals to 4. IX equals to X minus I, which equals to 10, here 10, minus 1 equals to 9. Let's take XL. It equals to L minus X. L here is 50, minus X, which is 10, equals to 40. Let's take XC. C minus X, which equals to, C is 100, minus X, which is a 10, equals to 90. Now CD. D minus C, which equals to 500, minus 100, equals to 400. Now CM equals to M minus C, which equals to 1000, minus 100, equals to 900. The key, only specific pairs can subtract. You can subtract it from V and X. X can only be subtracted from L and C. C can only be subtracted from D and You cannot randomly subtract. There are rules. You cannot, for example, write I am. A chemistry professor or a mathematician would mark it completely wrong immediately. Now let's combine both rules and build some real numbers. How do we write the following numbers in Roman numerals? First, 44. Let's take the tens. We have 40. And the ones, we have 4. 40 equals 2L minus X, which is XL. And 4 equals 2V minus I, which is IV. Now how do we write it? XL, IV. Notice we put the tens first, then the ones. Now let's take 89. It consists of 80 in tens plus 9 in ones. 80 equals to 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So 50 is L. 10 is X. So plus X, another 10 plus X, another 10 plus X, which equals to L, X, X, X. Now let's take the 9. 9 equals to, this is 10, which is X, minus 1, which is I, equals to I, X. Now let's put them beside each other. L, X, 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 I, X, which is the Roman numerals for 89. Now let's take 1994. 1,000 in thousands plus 900 in hundreds plus 90 in tens plus 4. 1,000 equals to So, and let's take the 900, which equals 1,000 minus 100. Now 1,000 is and 100 is C. So C Now 90 in tens, which equals to C 100 minus 10, which equals to C minus X, which is XC. Now 4 in ones equals to 5 minus 1, which is V minus I, equals to IV. Now let's take CM, XC, IV. So this in final answer equals to CM, XC, IV. See the pattern? Break the number into chunks, convert each chunk, stack them together. Here is what you learned today. 7 simples give unlimited numbers. Add when simples are together, add same size or less from left to right. Subtract when small comes before large. Break complex numbers into chunks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.